Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans feature right here on the Impact Lounge. This is Trent, along with my co-host, Jaybone. Jaybone, say hello to the people.
What is up? Happy Thursday to everyone. We're on time. Well, sort of.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Kind of.
That's the best we've been, Jaybone, I got to say. This is the best we've been. So, very good. Jaybone, how the hell are you doing? God damn it. It is a wild, it's a war zone out there, Jaybone. It's a war zone in the world today.
It's scary, folks. It's the apocalypse.
It's crazy. Guys, no, it is like insanity in Chicago. It's insanity. Jay, I don't know how it is up by you, but it is insane here.
I went and took my daughter phone shopping because her phone took a crap, and then we went next door because we didn't want to spend $100 on this combo package that she wanted for like phone protection.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, oh, we'll run next door to Myers. It's kind of like a Walmart type of store.
Myers, awesome.
Go get a phone case, a screen, whatever thing.
Mm-hmm.
And every cart had like 3 things of paper towel and TP. And everyone's got this terrified look on their face.
Ugh.
They're running around with masks on. And I'm just like,
Jay, what?
Damn.
What's with the toilet paper? What's with the obsession with the toilet paper? What are we doing?
It's because if everyone's preparing so that, and please don't take this as like I'm trying to scare people, but this is reality. The reality is that this country could get put on martial law lockdown. And if everyone is quarantined to their home until they get this shit straight,
yeah,
we're preparing for the worst. So that's what people are doing. They're stocking up on stuff. My wife just got a little extra TP the other day. She didn't go crazy. I told her, I said, just get some basics, get eggs, milk, bread.
Yeah.
You know,
Jesus.
Get a couple things of TP. I told her to get another thing of Clorox wipes because that kills the coronavirus. It says it right on the freaking label.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So obviously they knew about this a long time ago if it's been on the label. So it's been a thing. We just found out about it within the last few months.
Bitch, man. Son of a bitch.
So they knew, some people knew that this was coming. We didn't.
We couldn't expect it. It is insanity, everybody. But, hey, Jay, we're here. Somehow we're here to bring you the Impact Wrestling review still. If this doesn't tell Impact Wrestling how dedicated we are to the product, Jaybone, I don't know what does. In the midst of a pandemic.
Podcast can't get quarantined. We're live. We're not wearing masks. We're telling everybody to be safe, but we're telling you that we're corona free.
Yeah.
I got my water, and I've got my veggies. We're doing good. We're
your CBD veggies, whatever the hell those are. Here's the thing. Now, before we jump in, speaking of the coronavirus and Impact Wrestling, it's how cool is this though? As a result of the fact that Impact tapes, pre-tapes, they're okay for a month.
Yeah, at least a few more episodes. I know they've got some stuff lined up. I don't know exactly how many they recorded and or made in Vegas, but we're good for a while.
No, remember Atlanta just taped. TV is good until Rebellion.
Oh, that's right.
The only things.
Yeah, they just did Hotlanta. That's right.
The only things in question, Jay, are Lockdown and the TNA show. That's the only things in question as a result of all this. But they're set on
up
TV
in Canada, so we'll see what they decide. We'll see where things progress over the next month because that's a month away, right?
That's a month. Lockdown is 2 weeks away.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah, 28th.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing, right? They're good on TV. Those 2 shows are in question, but everybody else is canceling. I heard the WWE moved SmackDown into the Performance Center in front of the crew tonight.
Yeah, there's no people.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know. It's like it's this empty arena feeling. NBA canceled the rest of their season. NFL just canceled the rest of their season. My daughter was just informed that her spring break is going a week early and told not to come back to campus. So all their stuff, and it's crazy. I know I'm getting off track here, but just bear with me for a minute.
Yeah.
So, because we were catching up earlier. So my daughter's a music major, and like 90% of her stuff is done through her singing and her performing for her grade. So she's in the process of trying to figure out exactly, I'm trying to be patient and figure out, okay, how am I going to keep my grade? How am I going to continue these courses if it's all done like this,
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, look, don't freak out. Take the extra time, relax, work on your voice, work on whatever else you've been doing. Just practice, keep practicing. Don't slack, and let the school figure out what they're doing, because this pandemic is no one's fault around here. So
Crazy.
they can't like say, oh, well, you're going to fail because classes are done. They can't do that to you, So
this is some wacky shit, man. Yeah. This is wacky shit. All right, Jay. Well, we got that going. Let's say hi to the people in the room. Guys, went late again today. This was due to some insanity. I had to finish things up at work. Things were late today. So, but back to the late night spot. Well, so we're monitoring early, late. We're going to see which one gets the better viewership, which one you guys like. So far, the early was winning, Jay. We'll see. Mir Neeson, how you doing? Hakeem Fortin, Elisa Manuel, Tim Bischoff, RSK17 in the house, Paul Nelson, Michael Cheney, Zach Bonifer. Who else we got here? Who else is in the house? Let's see. Global Wars, Critical Sting, Philly 365. Who else? Asshole TV. What a great name. Very good. Thanks, everybody, for joining live, jumping in the chat. We appreciate that. No, guys, no, really going back to the Impact taping talk. Millard Harris is up in here, too. It's a huge benefit because they're going to be the only show. I mean, I think I'm hearing a rumor AEW is going to do the same thing. They're going to be the only show with an audience. Think about that for a second. If that comes down to it, the live shows have to cancel. They're going to be the only one with an audience. That's going to be interesting. So, very cool. Hey, listen, we'll see how it unfolds. I don't want to jump too far ahead into that. We're gonna see how it unfolds. Eric DeHoff's in the house. Jason Mafia, what's going on?
It's all fluid, and it's changed. It's literally changing by the minute. So just I mean, as much as I don't like watching news, this is kind of a time where you kind of glued to social media just to keep up on stuff so that everybody stays safe. So just be safe, everyone. Use a little little logic, when you're going out doing stuff. And
listen, wash your hands, don't touch things, shower.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. I mean, you can touch your face after you wash your hands, but shower, shit, if you own stock in Purell, you're rich. Loan us a few bucks. What else? If you own stock in soft soap, hook it up.
Don't pull a Mahabali Shera and do what he did on this last episode. And
did he do? I didn't catch that. Oh gosh.
Oh my god, it was great. He was digging in his ear and he was looking at it and he flung it at the people. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, gross. Well, guys, we're here to talk about the March 10th, 2020 episode of Impact Wrestling, Las Vegas, Nevada, Sam's Town Casino, where Ring of Honor was supposed to be, I think, this tonight and tomorrow. They're canceled. Impact's there, though. We got Impact taped. Let's kick it off with some news first, though, Jaybone. You got a couple of pieces of news.
Of news. I don't remember exactly when this popped up, and I don't think we talked about it last week. I think we touched on it on the throwback. But Su Yung announced her free agency.
Yes, Su Young's a free agent, man.
And we've been kind of just
cryptic.
We've been kind of if you look at her Twitter, and she hasn't said anything since. She's been promoting a lot of stuff, but at the same time, a day or two later, a lot of stuff's being canceled. So we don't know exactly what's going on with her. We have to wait through these episodes and see, okay, are they going to kill her off like Alig? That'd be pretty epic if she was actually going to leave Impact Wrestling that way. Not that I want her to leave, but there's a lot of different options out there now, And I came up with a scenario the other day in a conversation. I don't remember what social media it was, that Alig comes back for one episode in the undead realm and like drags her to hell. And that's like her exit, like some kind of battle with Rosemary and Havoc or something.
Ooh, now that's cool. That is cool. And if they can work some deal out, that'd be amazing.
And then even more epic, if you're a fan of, and I know some people probably aren't going to be a fan of this, I'd love to see her stick around because she's such a strong character, but there's only so much stuff you can do with this undead realm stuff. Let's be honest.
True. That's very true.
And then, so like I said, Allie, because she got killed by Su Yung, Allie then drags her to hell or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks later, all of a sudden in some weird segment on AEW, Allie drags Su Yung down the ramp and throws her ass in the ring on AEW. Like I can picture something crazy like that. That would be actually like
that's good booking.
First,
that's good booking. Interesting. I like that, man. I like that a lot, actually. Not that I watch AEW really, but that would be great. That if you're gonna do it like that. Aaron Jackson in the house as well. What's up? Paul Nelson wants to know where Nurse Nicole is. I told her to jump in the chat. She's working. She's being a nurse. It's a busy time for a nurse right now, guys.
Oh yeah, everyone's getting tested. Everybody, I'm sick. I mean, you got to get checked out. Be smart, folks. If you think you're catching something, be smart. Quarantine yourself. If it gets worse, go get checked.
Very cool. Any other news, Jaybone, before we start?
Yeah, there was that piece on Anthem doing oh god, now the verbiage is escaping me. Partnering, thank you. Oh, it's been a long day. Partnering up with iHeartRadio. And there's a couple different factors to this. There's one that I think is obvious that it's going to be advertising. Like they're going to be advertising their products, whatever Anthem is, through all of the stuff, including Impact Wrestling and Access TV, through advertising on iHeartRadio. The other thing is they mentioned on there, I don't remember exactly all the verbiage, but I believe they did also mention some kind of original content. So that's interesting. And
wait. Original content on the radio? You mean something like maybe a podcast that could be an official podcast of the company? Okay. How about this? Everybody in the chat right now, live, go tweet Impact Wrestling right now and tag We Talk Impact, us, and tag iHeartRadio and tag Leonard Asper and Josh Madden. Be like, hey, you guys need an official podcast. We got it for you. The only official podcast choice there is, the most consistent #1 podcast of Impact Wrestling, TNA reviews and everything. Us, Total Nonstop Impact. Go ahead and tweet them right now. Guys, I'm serious. Tweet them right now. I will love each and every one of you if you do that for us. I will retweet and we'll follow everybody if we don't already. What else can we do, J-Bone, to get the listeners right now to go tweet Impact Wrestling, iHeartRadio, and all that shit right now?
We just got to be consistent with our shows and, do our best to put out the best product we can. While one half of us is apparently losing his voice.
Dying. Oh, Jesus, J-Bone. Hey. We can't even joke about these things anymore. Holy shit. One more thing, Jay, to talk about.
I'm fine. I have my ailments, but I'm fine.
Yes. Very cool. All right, listen, we have one more piece of news. You got to talk about one more thing. I don't know if you had it on your list. But the big bad booty daddies, it's what happened with him this past week.
Oh, yes. And I see the comment right here. Yes.
Flame 9118. This thing, we're talking about, we're getting there. I was going to get there if Jay didn't put it that way. Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. You want to just mention it real quick? What happened? You were pretty much on top of it.
During the tapings in Atlanta, or Hotlanta, like I always used to call it. Wasn't that a hip hop song? Hotlanta, something? I don't know. Maybe that's what all the cool people call it. Anyways, during the tapings, Scott Steiner came out and had some kind of segment at Impact Wrestling. They brought him back. I don't know if it was for the TNA stuff or what it was, some kind of special that they had planned. And then he was backstage and they were recording some kind of content with him.
Yeah.
And he collapsed. And thank God for the medical people on staff, the EMTs, whoever they had there. They got him to the hospital, and over the course of 24 to 48 hours, they took care of him. It sounds like he had some kind of emergency heart surgery. Scott Demore and Big Papa Pump's wife, Tommy Dreamer, Joey Ryan were there with him at the hospital, making sure he was okay and that he was getting taken care of. I believe his brother Rick was there too.
There too. Yeah, it was tough, man.
So yeah, it was a little scary when the news first came out that he collapsed backstage and he went to the hospital. So it was like, but then positive news came out fairly quickly over the next 12 to 24 hours. So, but I'm sure they're going to keep a close eye on his health. So we don't know what he's going to be doing with the company from now on, because I'm sure they had some stuff planned for him with the whole TNA throwback stuff coming up in a matter of weeks. But we just pray that he stays healthy. And, if he comes back, great. If he's done wrestling, hey, he's done it all. I don't want to assume the worst for him, but he's done it all. He doesn't have to do anymore. We love him.
Yeah. Well, listen, no need for him to prove anything, right? He's done everything. That's it.
Right.
Scott Steiner. He's done it all, man. Like you said. And no, we appreciate it. Look, they're saying it's heart related. He had the surgery. He's fine. Wife even tweeted out about it. So he says he's doing good. But look, what are you gonna risk at this point? Why would you risk anything more?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
One more piece of news, Jay. What the hell was I gonna say? I totally forgot now. Holy shit! I spaced. I totally spaced. Yeah. I got. Oh, it's not really news, but shit. I see you hacking the show 3 times. There's a 3rd time now. You guys see the video? I tweeted the video out. It's on our Instagram at We Talk Impact and Facebook.
It's on all the socials.
All the socials. We got hacked for a 3rd time. That's probably the worst of it, because you see what he did, Jay. He combined the throwback show we do with this one. It was so weird. If you haven't seen it, pay attention to that. He did some real
and he's stuck his ugly logo thing with whatever, the hack mark that's been going around. It's on all our profile pics. Hacked our social media. Our profile pics were changed. It's a little much. I'm not too happy about what happened here, but I'm going to take my moment again, Jay. I'm going to take it again right here, because I've been doing it 3 weeks in a row. I'm going to challenge him again. I see you. This time you went too far. You hacked our social medias. You changed our profile pictures. You tweaked our stuff, and you glitched our show a lot last time. I keep inviting you to come down, but I hear Jaybone is going to get revealed on April 17th, March 17th, right? March 17th. I'm here next week. So we're just days away from an apparent reveal.
You want to reveal yourself? Come on this show. Come on, how about you come on a Monday show and reveal yourself? Our throwback show we do on the OG channel. Why don't you reveal yourself there? I see you. Come on. I dare you again. Yeah, Jay's ready to fight somebody. He is raging right now. All right, Jay. Let's jump in. A couple of things in the chat I want to mention here real quick. Hakeem Fortin has a new article out, the 10 best things under the Dixie Carter regime. Check that out. He's going to put a link under this video. He is a fantastic writer with his Impact articles. Bell's Boy's in here too. J-Rock Freaks in the house too. Cool. All right. And who else? All right. That's every. I think I covered everybody. Flame 119, 9118. Sorry. All right. Everybody's in here. Cool. All right, man. Jay, let's jump into it, guys. The March 10th episode, 2020 episode of Impact Wrestling of Sam's Town, Las Vegas. We were told that Cousin Jake would be taking over the Twitter. It'd be a Cousin Jake tweet-a-thon. He'd be giving her to us via the Twitter. But then it was announced, Jaybone, that early on that he was having trouble getting logged in. Jake is having trouble getting logged in. We're saying, okay, cool. They're making that public, but all right, we'll see where that goes. This was going to be the main event, match number 5, Edwards and Elgin, Jay. This was it. This is the big one now. So
the big
we're going to get the big ones. This is it. But we kick off Rhino taking on Madman Fulton with OVE. Big man match. Madman Fulton week by week, Jaybone, coming into his own, man. Coming into his own. Rhino wins, and I don't get why. I'm very confused with why Rhino won here. And I know we're pulling back booking. We're like talking to, why did he win? But honestly, what did Rhino need from this win? You're pushing. OVE's losing a lot. This would have been great for Fulton to strengthen himself. What the hell's going on here?
It would have been, because they need more guys, like big guys, to step forward and step into that low, not necessarily lower card, but they need to just bring them up a notch to, and they talked about Willie Mack, and they talked about last week, they talked about Jake probably stepping out and, hinting at his future. But Madman Fulton is a guy that's got legit talent, and they got to start leaning on guys like that for the future of this brand. And no matter what happens with OVE, if it splits soon and the Chris brothers go their own way, we don't know what's up with Sammy, but Fulton is a guy that can make it on his own. He doesn't need OVE, and it'd be great if they started booking him a little stronger, because he's damn good. He really is.
I think this was a perfect match for him to win in order to look strong. Why do you risk him having any sort of weakness? I don't think. What's Rhino into right now? What did Rhino need that win for? I'm real confused by that.
And I think he's done with Moose. So
he's done with Moose. There's nothing else right now. But OVE needs it. They're Sammy-less. I don't know, man. They keep falling down. But one thing that came out of this one was they started attacking Rhino after the Chris brothers came out. I started attacking Rhino, and then the lights go out, and you got a Sabu appearance. That's pretty interesting. So Sabu is back.
We haven't seen him in a while.
I think since when was the last time we saw Sabu? New York tapings, Melrose.
It was a few months ago. Yeah, he comes in, he comes and he goes. I can't remember who he wrestled. Yeah, but it wasn't that long ago. But he usually does like, his basic stuff, and he looks pretty decent. I think he's in better shape than he was a couple of years ago. I'd like to think that. But nonetheless, this was a fun match. But no matter how they book it, Fulton still looks good. OVE came back, attacked them, looks strong. So it's going to be interesting to see how they incorporate Sabu and all this stuff.
I'd like to see. I don't know, man. It left me with a bad feeling about where we're going with Madman Fulton and OVE. It seemed too messy. It's like, man, what are we doing? Why did we need to take Fulton down a peg here? But I'm willing to see what happens in Atlanta. We'll see where they go with that. But next week, backstage segment, Tessa Blanchard's there with Gabby Loren, and she says she'll be closely watching the Elgin Eddie Edwards match to know who her opponent is. So she's scouting. She's kind of keeping an eye on who she's going to be facing at Rebellion. Next match up, Jaybone, Desi Hit Squad, Rohit and Shera taking on the Rascalz, Dez and Wentz. A little bit of a feud going on for a while here, huh? What do you got?
There was a segment right after this, an announcement that Chris Bay is debuting next week.
Oh, is it next week? Okay.
Yes.
Was it after that match?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good.
They also talked about security being beefed up.
Cool. All right. Chris Bay next week, though. That's a lot of hype.
Wait for that. Very excited about the debut for Chris Bay.
You guys asked for it. People were. This is a Twitter campaign come to life.
Grassroots, baby.
I mean, they bugged them about Chris Bay, and they did it. So it's there it is, man. So Chris Bay is happening, and it's gonna be happening next week. All right, now the Desi Hit Squad and Rascalz thing's been going on for a little bit, right? They're trading some wins, a little action back and forth. Rohit's been talking a lot more, a little more vocal. Pretty good match, but like one of those. I did like the I like the last minute and a half of this match. It's probably my favorite of the whole thing. It really built to that, which I liked. But it was a nice sequence. Shera ends up choke slamming Dez and goes for the cover. Wentz goes in to break up that pin. Rascalz pull through that swanton and call it a day. They get the win on that one. So the Rascalz do win this one. I know we have TJ and Fala for the tag belts getting a shot. Is it time to move the tag belts? Let's say we give it to TJ and Fala. Is it time to go to this tier now? To go to the Desi Hit Squads and the Rascalz? The North have been pretty dominant, and they're great ambassadors for those tag belts.
They are.
But there's, they are. They did a seminar here in Chicago last week. Nice. As like a tag team thing. So they're good to have, but you got to shift. And there's money in the rematches, right? But I think it's a good time to move them at this point. You got a lot of teams with who deserve it. And holy shit, Jay, well, how many are you on? See, there's a fucking lollipops again. This is about to get wild. Jay, we have a pandemic. We don't need you getting out of line with your goddamn CBD lollipops. Okay, there's enough to worry about out there. I got enough to go. I got enough going on. I don't need to worry about you going insane here, Jay.
No, I'm chill. It's all good.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy. Anybody watch Big Time Tommy on Instagram?
It's great.
Anybody? Am I the only guy? You're watching Big Time Tommy on Instagram? He ends every post with "Take it easy." He's great. Take it easy. I'm going to tell you. He's Big Time Tommy. You got to watch him. He's hilarious. So I think it's time. I think it's time we start moving into this direction now. We got to maybe do a pay-per-view, lockdown, wherever it is. And I would hold the North's rematch off a little bit. Maybe Slammiversary. Hakeem's in the chat saying they should lose them at Slammiversary, going year to the day. We could do that too. That'd be a good reign. I think they want them to beat that longest title reign thing first. Idea. What do you got? Split the North. They're better in singles. Oh, Bren in the chat saying that. Man, they are good singles guys.
He does have a point because, they started out together in the Indies, and then Josh had the health issues, and then they were singles for a while, and then they got back together in Impact. Is that about what it was?
Yes, but they go back to the Indies in Canada and everything too.
Yeah.
So, Bill Gardner's in the chat too. He said he just got back from another wrestling show. What the hell could that be? Oh, is it a Wednesday show? I don't know. It was where was it at today? Where was that at today? Jay, you would know. I think you watched. Where was that near? Well, then again, Bill travels everywhere. So, but we're not talking about that show. We're not talking about that one. Thanks for being here, though. Appreciate that. Guys, if you don't know William Gardner, this is the legend himself. This is front row moose vest, front row EC3 jacket. Yes. It's funny, Jay, he gets recognized more for the EC3 jacket than he does the moose vest, even though he's been doing that longer. It's EC3 jacket guy. He's the legend. Every show, every town. He makes more towns than some of the wrestlers do. Bill's the man, though. Guys, you ever get the chance to meet this man? These are the tops. He's tops. All right. Glenn Watson's in the chat too. What's up, man? All right. So yeah, like going back to just a final thought on that, Jay. I think we got to move into there. Maybe Slammiversary is a good time to do it, but that's still a while away. I do want to see maybe it again at Slammiversary. I wouldn't be opposed to somebody taking it now and then taking it at Slammiversary again. So it's like 2 years in a row, we come to Slammiversary and we take the belts, something like that. There's story in that. We'll see where we can go.
It's just, no matter where they go with it, it's just great to see that the tag division of Impact Wrestling is still strong.
Very strong.
That's just very overall, if you look at, you got the Desi Hit Squad. They've been really making some moves lately. They've been getting some wins under their belts. The Rascalz are always improving. They're good, but I think over the last year that they've been part of the brand of Impact Wrestling, they've consistently, slowly been getting better. People have been noticing them more. Besides all the backstage shenanigans, the in-ring work is primo. The North is great. They've been, strong, and they've been defending them like worldwide, and that's a big part, is that they're traveling with these belts and getting recognized. And that's huge,
Yeah, it is. I still go back.
The Deaners are still there. It's a good division.
That's true. Diener's. I still go back, Jay, to last year. We had the Rascalz getting a tag team title shot, and Bill was there. We were in Philly last year, and it was like they got the dusty finish on the tag belts, and it was reversed, and the pop was huge, but they reversed the decision. It's like, god damn it, it would have been awesome. I think it was a waste opportunity then. So we got to get back to that. We got to get the Rascalz a tag title run. It's way overdue. Way overdue. All right. Next thing, Jay, we're backstage. Katie Forbes is getting rid of all of her provocative clothes. What's going on here? This is going to disappoint some people. RVD asks, are you sure you want to do that? You sure, babe? She's like, I'm 100% sure. And then the Dieners, Cody Diener, grabs one of her pieces of clothes and he's like, why are you getting rid of these? These are great. These are hot. And Joey Ryan comes in and he says, that's it. For Forbes, I support your decision. I support what you're doing. And, I back your play. And then he tells the Dieners, what do you guys think you're doing, man? I'm like, hey, have some respect. And they're like, no, he's complimenting her, Jason. He's complimenting. It's no big deal. And she says no. She says it's her decision how she wants to look. So, and she can do whatever she can. So RVD and Ryan. So Joey Ryan at this point says, you know what, you two, we're gonna challenge you next week. It's the two of us are gonna show you a lesson in respect. So they're RVD's like, wait, us? What?
Yeah,
so
it took about a half an hour after the conversation to figure out that. Oh, yeah. You mean you and me? Oh,
yeah. Critical Sting says it the best. He's going full social justice warrior. That's perfect. That's exactly what he's doing. He's becoming the shit that he gets online from people. That's what he's doing. So that's what he's. It's kind of funny. I like that they're playing into this. But
it's so weird.
It's very weird. It's very weird. But let's see where it goes.
But it's original. I'm in. I mean, it's
original. No question about it. I'm not a big Joey Ryan fan. I think I mentioned this before. Not a big Joey Ryan guy, but if this has some meat to it, no pun intended with that. This has some meat on the bone. No pun intended with that either. If this has some substance, Jaybone, I won't be upset. Jesus, how could I bury myself even further today? My God, it's insanity. It's the insanity of the world out there, everybody. I'm losing it. I'm not even thinking straight anymore. I don't know what's happening.
Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
I think I'm all right. I got my water. Got my bottled water, my filtered bottled water. All right. Okay, Jay, we're back to normal. Okay. I swear it's water. Oh, all right. Here we go. All right. So we'll see what happens with that, right? Jack Bonifer's like a right to censor angle. Yeah, maybe something like that.
Oh, I was trying to think of because that was what Stevie Richards, the Good Father,
Bull Buchanan, the Good Father, and Ivory,
Val Venus,
and Val Venus.
Yeah.
Later on, it was Val Venus. Great stuff. That was pretty fun. I forgot about those guys. Wow. We get a Tennille Dashwood vignette here. This is again playing into this like positivity thing and loving everybody, and she's making everybody lunch. I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm not sure where this is going. Part of me feels like the character is too damaged because she never really, I don't know, man. I feel like she never really put herself in a place to connect with everybody as strong as she could have or should have. But she's got an interesting following, though. She's got a pretty decent following.
She does. She does. There's a lot of fans that love her. We've been a little critical of her, her in-ring stuff, So, we'll see where this is going. It's kind of like, okay, the company's kind of turning another page. Things are changing. We have a women's champ. It's kind of almost kind of like it's a bit of a women's movement in Impact Wrestling. It's all right.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. A lot of women at the forefront. A lot of women, again, something they don't get enough credit for. A lot of women at the forefront of this company. They are really putting women first.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting, man. Knockout action here, Jay. Speaking of the women's stuff, Jordynne Grace makes her way down. The champ, she gets down there. She does her flex, her pose, open challenge. Madison Rayne comes out, says, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you with the belt. I'm tired of you. I'm done. I'm done with you. And she brings out her golden opportunity. And it is none other than, I just had her name here. Holy crap. Hold on. Lacey Ryan. Lacey Ryan.
Yes.
Lacey Ryan. Now, I got to stay here. I thought she was great. I am very impressed. I knew nothing of Lacey Ryan, but damn, what a hit match this turned out to be. I was super impressed, Jay. Did you know about her before here?
I just saw an ad,
and
I can't remember when I was talking about this. Might have been on one of my vids on Smash This podcast. But I saw an ad for a mecha show for Future Stars of Wrestling in Vegas.
Yeah. Yep.
Lacey Ryan is wrestling Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That show looks good. That show looks really good.
They got a lot of people. I can't remember offhand, but they got a lot of, I think it's a kind of a combination. They got a few MLW, a few Impact. But yeah, solid.
Matt Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Hardy's on it.
Matt Hardy's on there. He's starting to, what is that? Broken. Right.
Yeah. This is back. Look at the date on this shirt.
Wonderful.
2016. Whoa. It says delete. Down here it says delete Trump and Hillary. It's so crazy. It was a gift from my boy Guillermo, who gave me this shirt. This is a great shirt. Classic shirt.
That is.
Yes. I really hope he makes one appearance. One. All I want is one. I know it's probably going to be AEW. It's where the money is. It's big TV, but just make one appearance. At least come and close the chapter properly.
Yeah.
Please. Matt Hardy, please.
The Exalted one is supposed to appear next week on AEW. I have a feeling.
If they have a show. That's another thing too.
Well, yeah, I mean they're working on venues and stuff like that. It's like I said, it's all the conversation right now is all fluid. Stuff's changing by the minute. But yeah, I would love to see, and he's been very complimentary on social media towards Impact Wrestling.
A lot.
An old picture that they put online of him and who's the president's? What's the president's name again? I'm sorry.
Ed Nordholm.
Nordholm, yes, Ed.
Yeah.
Picture of he and him together, and it was actually a classic picture after they figured all this stuff out when he finally got the rights to his name. So yeah. I feel like he's in good graces with the company again. There's been some time. There's been, there's maturing on both sides. Not that there was anything negative, but things got squashed. They got taken care of. Time went on. Okay. Now this is like a completely different company from back when he was trying to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, why not bring him back where this all started? Or he could completely reinvent himself. I mean, Matt's great at that. He's had many different characters over his 20 plus years of wrestling.
Nearly 30 years.
Crazy. So yeah, I mean, I don't care what he does. If he comes back to the company, it would just whatever it makes him happy. I'm sure he could add some kind of positive content to Impact Wrestling. No doubt.
And hey, listen, I'll always have this, right, Jaybone here. I think I showed this to you.
Brother Trent, I knew you'd come. Yes.
That is great.
I'll always have that.
That is awesome.
One of the greatest things interactions I have. He is so cool. Honestly, everything is Matt Hardy is like the coolest dude, man. He is the coolest, one of the coolest guys I've worked with. Absolutely awesome.
I met him right before all the broken stuff. It was literally right like after he got clean and he started hitting the indies again.
Mm-hmm.
Right before he reinvented himself. So it was a really unique time for him. Yeah, it was crazy.
Awesome. I love that clip.
And then he started doing this stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god,
I was
what
so
is going on?"
It's so great. I never get bored of watching, just having this. I don't know how many times I've watched it, but I keep watching. I just love it.
Hey, Matt. Brother Trent, I knew you'd come.
This is at the height of it too, Jay. At the height of it all. That's the best part.
Before his return to WWE, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is at the peak, man. This was great.
We're really talking.
Good times. Falaba's in the back. He's nervous. He's shaking. He's like, what's going on? And he's like, and TJ's in the back on his phone, chilling. And he's like, we could be the first Filipino tag team champion. We could beat the North. And he's like, are you listening? And he like slaps TJ and he stumbles his phone. And he's like, oh shit. And he's like, don't worry about it. We're cool. And he's like, he mentioned somebody could be watching. Like somebody, I forgot, some said in Filipino as a nickname or something. And he's like, he could be watching. He's like, yeah, he could be watching. Like TJ's like chill about this. He's chill.
He is. Yeah, I mean, that's his confidence because he's a locker room veteran. It's kind of hard to believe that, but he is. He's been around the world, been several different countries, companies, and now he's back, and he's kind of being that mentor figure towards Falaba, and he's trying to install something a little more positive in him than maybe KM could. Nothing against KM. Nothing against KM because they were a great tag team. I love those guys together. When they got their shit together, they were a blast to watch. And
they were great. Oh, I missed the KM run. I wish they had a belt run because they were fun. They were a lot of fun. I love that storyline. We show a clip of the week, Impact Plus match of the moment of the week, and it's X Division at the Ultimate X, where Chris Sabin wins the X Division title with the strongest strap I've ever seen on a belt.
God, he was hanging there for like it felt like forever.
He's hanging from it. And it took a while for that thing to fall. But we're going to get to that one on the Total Nonstop Throwback show on the Total Nonstop Impact channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to that one, go over there right now. Type in Total Nonstop Impact Podcast. Subscribe to that channel. Start watching the throwbacks with us. We're going to eventually get to that one where Chris Sabin wins his first X Division title. But speaking of Chris Sabin, right after that,
it's going to be
yeah, it's going to be a bit. I don't know what number that was. We'll see. We're on 5th. We're going to be doing 15 this coming week. Chris Sabin's backstage with Gabby Loren talking about the No Place Like Home TNA reunion show. And he says that on April 3rd, he is going to be the special guest referee for the King of the Mountain match. Interrupted by Moose. And it's so funny. They start like Moose, like they start going over like, you could tell this is the inside joke. Have you noticed it, Jaybone? The inside joke is the rules of this match.
Yeah.
And they were even joking about it. He's like, no, first you have to do this. He's like, that's a stupid rule. Who came up with that? And he's like, okay. He's like, then I'm going to go in there. I'm going to win the belt. He goes, no, but first, Moose, you have to do this. He's like, okay, whatever. Like, there's this constant running joke, guys, of the rules. But it's great to see Chris Sabin, Jay. He was, everybody thought he was going to wrestle. He's been injured. He's a producer, and he says he's going back in front of the camera to referee this match. So it's nice to see Chris Sabin. When she was wrestling, I think the injury's not quite there yet. So that's probably what it is. But this was funny.
Yeah, he looks
I love it.
He looks healthy, but he also looks a lot skinnier than he used to. Like, he's lost a significant amount of muscle mass from back in the day. So, you know, if he's been injured and he's not training as much and he's getting a little older, maybe a little wiser, who knows? I mean, just the fact that he's a part of the company and he's helping produce content and he can get in front of the camera and do something to put eyes on the product, it's, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. I think it's kind of cool. The throwback aspect's cool. It would have been nice to have him wrestle, but I think, injury, he's been plagued for a bit. That damn, that knee, both knees. What's up?
I got a feeling, Trent.
What's that? You got a feeling? There's
all these veterans
I got a feeling.
I get
The
Sing it.
veterans.
No, yeah,
No, I won't.
the veteran, and Moose keeps coming in these segments talking about the King of the Mountain match.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at this segment with him and Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin says he's reffing. He's not going to be a part of the match per se, wrestling.
Okay.
And Moose claimed he's going to take the Impact Championship.
I think I see where you're going with this. Okay.
Now, I don't know who's all going to be in this, and I know this is going to be a chaotic match, but it's also going to be a lot of fun. They could do a lot of different things with this match between comedy and really good wrestling and just giving a moment to someone out of the blue, which has happened in the past. In fact, they just put up on, I don't know if it's on their YouTube channel, but they did share it on social media, the first ever King of the Mountain match. I'm going to be checking it out when I get some free time tomorrow.
Classic.
Because I've watched a lot of wrestling. I forget who did what, who won what, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's one thing they shared earlier today. And I'm like, wouldn't that be funny? And I've seen all this stuff online about how Moose says he doesn't need the Impact Championship. But now, wouldn't that be funny?
It's interesting that that's going to be on the line because, I mean, you got Tessa going in against those two at Rebellion, advertised. And then you got this match. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. You know what would have been cool? You know what would have been really cool to do? They should have had the King of the Mountain title on the line for this one. The TNA, reactivate one of the TNA belts for this one.
Well, that's the thing. He came out and said the Impact World Championship for this match. So it sounds like that might be on the line at this King of the Mountain match.
I think they should
I don't know.
Activate one of those those old titles. I think that's what they should do. Can you imagine? You reactivate a TNA title? That'd be fun as hell. That'd be cool.
It would be, but the question is, where do you go with it? Because you can't have King of the Mountain matches all the time to defend it.
I got you. I got solution. I got it right here. Producer mine. You have him win it, and then he retires it. And he's like, all right, I'm retiring this belt. That's it. And he goes down as the last champion. That's it. And then because Moose will claim I was the last grand champion. I was this one. Or not, he wasn't the last grand champion, but he could say he was grand champion. That one's gone. Now this one's gone. I think that'd be great. Revive that belt, man. That'd be great.
He was the last regular one before it got dissolved by
Austin, that was a disaster. Yes. That could be cool though, man. I think they should do this. I think they should. Let me see here on King of the Mountain, TNA. I want to see something here. I want to see what the lineage was in this belt. What's the last note?
I forgot it was even a belt. That's why I was like, wait. They're gonna do
it. Well, it was one that turned into a TV title. It was like it had but that's a good way to revive the TV title, like Critical Sting saying in the chat. Perfect way. We need a TV title. Revive the TV belt. But this was originally King of the Mountain title. First was a Legends Championship. Then it was a Global Championship. Then it was a Television Championship. Then it became the King of the Mountain Championship.
Didn't the Legends thing start out with Booker T or
Booker
something?
T. Yep. Booker T.
Okay. Well, that took about 10 brain cells out of my head. You're welcome.
But this...
I'm shot for the rest of the show. You're on your own.
I'm trying to see when... so I know, okay, so it went from Legends to Global. Eric Young did the Global. Booker T to Eric Young. Eric Young did the Global change. And then it was vacated after Abyss got an injury. And let's see here. And I remember, I thought AJ turned it into the TV title, I want to say, but what am I missing? I'm missing something here. I could have sworn AJ Styles. I thought he did. Let's see here. Deactivated, declared title inactive. Title's reactivated. Okay, so then Jarrett wins it at Slammiversary 2015, and he renames it the King of the Mountain title. So Legends Global
Oh,
King of the
okay.
Mountain title, right?
Yeah.
So then we got now we're in here. It's the King of the Mountain belt, King of the Mountain
He's
belt.
always been the king of the mountain.
Yeah.
Self-proclaimed.
When did it become the television? I'm trying to find this here. Oh, here we go. Okay, wait. No, I take that back. Eric Young renames it Global. Rob Terry beats Eric Young, and then Styles beats Rob Terry for it, and then he renamed it the television. Then Styles lost to Doug Williams. Doug Williams lost to Abyss. Abyss abandoned it or vacated it due to injury. And that's when it was reactivated in a three-way match. And then we went from there. So then it became King of the Mountain title. So
here's a good memory right here.
Yeah, Devon was a great TV champ.
He defended it every episode for I don't know how many episodes. Yeah, it was.
He was great. He was fantastic. I think he did a great job. And then we went to the King of the Mountain title in 2015.
Here's a question for you from Tim.
Trevor, the coronavirus, do you think we can get wrestlers that due to being signed elsewhere will show one night only TNA? It depends if the TNA show is going to be on too. That's the thing. If the TNA show is on, then because there's a question about that too. It's all live performances, guys. I mean, if the NBA and the major league sports canceled, I mean, shit, even WrestleMania is in trouble at this point. So I don't even want to get into anything else.
And then there's several shows going on that weekend too. Besides that, if Tampa declares something, the whole weekend's shot, unfortunately.
That's the thing. It could ruin WrestleMania weekend, which is big for everybody, And
it's international too, because now they just banned international travel after a certain date, after this weekend, which means even if they still have WrestleMania, no one's coming in from anywhere. It's going to be all local or
the
national.
Fans who bought tickets. It's gonna be a mess. It's already a mess, man. It's a pandemic, It's your health over this shit, who knows?
Oh yeah.
We get a video. Yeah, we get a video package recapping the feud between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards. Currently tied 2-2 going into this episode. This video is really cool, Jay. I was like, man, these guys really kicked the shit out of each other for a couple months here. So it's been a pretty long feud. From that, we go to one of the most fun segments of the night. Taya Valkyrie, Jay, is in the bar, and she's crying her eyes out. Everything sucks. She missed the Bloomingdale sale. She lost her belt. Everything's going downhill for her. She's pissed off. She wants to get hammered. And then they cut the camera to the corner, and Rosemary's like, Valkyrie, enough out of you. You think you got it rough? So basically, they start commiserating with each other, Jay. They start commiserating. And
misery loves company,
yes. And they do. And they become kind of an odd couple of friends. It reminded me of like Perfect Strangers. It was like Balky and Cousin Larry right there. Except they were both Balky.
Did you notice that Taya with all the makeup running almost looked like something else was happening?
She was shifting. I don't know. She looked like gothy though. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, she used to be all like, the Weira Loca, very colorful, she was still a heel, but she was still very vibrant. And this could be like, oh, I lost everything. So I'm going to turn into something else to get it back, maybe, with the help
of the demon assassin,
Rosemary.
Something. Maybe we'll see. I think we're in for something. That's for sure. Where these two go from here, we'll find out. Not sure though. It was funny though.
I know the people that have been always clamoring for the the women's tag team belts. Look at this and they go, oh yeah, there we go. Here's another great possible women's tag team together. I'm like, I don't know about that. Let's just see where this goes. I mean, they're always good at. Not everybody's a fan of everything on the show, but I feel like putting rivalries and stories together, they've been very consistent. So,
no doubt.
And like I said, this is a turn the page time in Impact Wrestling where you're going to see a lot of different stuff. We have a women's champ. The undead realm is changing. People are coming and going. So yeah, there's a shift in the company. We just gotta be patient as wrestling fans. And I know that's hard, but I have confidence in this company.
So far, we're laying out some good stuff. We're definitely so we'll see. Now at this point, Jaybone, we had a bit of an issue that happened on Impact social media. Throughout, if you follow Reality is Lost, which is ICU's Twitter account, he was tweeting cryptic stuff the whole night saying, my infiltration tonight will be a little harder to get. And he was giving percentage updates. And then he said, unlocked, gate broken or something. And it turned out he hacked Impact Wrestling's official Twitter. So the profile changed, everything changed. It was it draped over. It was really cool. A lot of cryptic tweets going out. Josh at this point acknowledges this, that don't pay attention. It might have been before or after this, after it happened online, or after the next segment, that he acknowledges it and mentions don't pay attention. We're having some issues. Well, I love the parallel universe here. It's happening online.
And they're paying attention to it, and they're acknowledging it live while it's happening.
I love it. Next match, Young Gilbertti and Johnny Swinger, now officially known as the Swinging Disco Balls. This was formerly the New York Connection. And the Swinging Disco Balls taking on Willie Mack in a handicap match. Classic Jaybone, classic old school brass knucks hiding. These two are just amazingly right out of 1992, and everybody loves it.
They got the roller quarters in the pocket, and they kept turning so that the ref wouldn't see it. The bulge in the pocket. Hey, what's in there? Oh, nothing. Turn around. Gives it to the other guy behind him, and
Oh, it's so good. I love it. He's like, "What? Really, Johnny? Really? I wasn't going to notice this." Don Callis making references to hot stuff, which was a bomb, like a shine bomb, back in the day. Jay, you ever use hot stuff back in the day when you were trying to bring out your triceps and shit?
I know a guy that used to, but me personally, no, never, not even in the 80s. I gotta see when they got it. Don Callis keeps saying it's outlawed. I could have sworn I see it on the shelf. But
no, it's not.
There was a time in my youth when I used to really take care of myself, and I would do 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every single day. And I actually had a set of abs. Yeah.
Jay had abs? Do you look like Johnny Swinger?
I had the long hair too. So yeah, it was damn close.
Ooh. Yeah. Jay's looking like a stud. Holy crap. It's just funny, but it was like a bomb, like a muscle relief bomb and shit.
I getting all the
picture of it. There it is. It's icy hot. The hot stuff. I can't even find pictures of this stuff. Jay was all over the Rizats in Wisconsin. Holy shit.
I'm amazed I got through the 90s in one piece. I mean, it could have been.
The interesting thing about this match, Jay, was in the middle of it, Ace Austin runs down and becomes Willie's tag team partner. And it's like, what the hell? And he's like, and Willie's like, what the fuck? And it's like, he's really into it. He's helping him out, helps set him up. They get the win. Willie gets a huge 6-star frog splash onto Disco, gets the win, and Ace is celebrating with him. He's really confused why. I'm not sure where they're going with that. Not at all where they're going with this.
I don't know either. I have a feeling I know where it's going, but it could turn into a quick turnaround, quicker than what we've seen in the classic TNA shows that we've joked about. Oh my God, back when Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles got the tag championships and then they turn on each other and that whole thing dissolves in a matter of a couple of weeks. It was hilarious. So we had a blast watching this and talking about it. And then, so I'm like, okay, are they going to do the same thing with Ace Austin and Willie Mack because Rich is out for an indefinite amount of time? Maybe they're going to do a serious singles push with Willie Mack and have him go for the the X Division Championship. I'd love to see it. You know,
Me too.
I mean,
Me
I'm
too.
really
If there's,
curious where it's going, and but yeah, kind of out of nowhere, like we've been like driven to hate Ace Austin and everything he believes in. He's such a almost like a younger version of Joey Ryan with his sleaziness and
In a
what to
way,
do
yeah.
your mom. And
I think it'd be great. It's a good feud for both of them. You know, these two could have a fun time. I'm actually really excited for it because I'm thinking like, they're two big, thick guys. You know, it'll be high flying at the same time. It'll be a pounding match. I think it'll be good. And it's a good, you know, if Willie to me is a great one. If you're going to put a program on for a potential new champion, I like Willie as the guy in that spot. I think that's awesome. But Hakeem says in the chat, I gotta give credit to Ace Austin. He got Willie to be his partner quicker than Swinger ever did. So that's something. That's true, man.
yeah,
I like that.
And what happened to those swinging disco balls?
So they implode. They're fighting. Whose fault was it? You bastard, son of a bitch. It's all your fault. Nah. You know, and then Disco's like, you know what? I quit. He's like, what am I going to do with all these swinging disco ball t-shirts I just ordered? Which I hope they sell. Speaking of spelling t-shirts,
I ordered one. I don't know what the hell to do with it now.
You still wear it, Jay. Still wear it. Speaking of t-shirts, though, Shop Impact immediately got hacked with a ICU t-shirt. You see that? ICU got its own merch right away. I think that's cool. I got to get one of those shirts. That looks pretty cool. It's a cool looking shirt.
It is.
I'm buying it. One of the best lines in there was, I thought you knew how to work.
You're right.
I love that shit. We go back. We're in some Undead Realm type territory. Su Yung sneaks up behind Havoc. She's got a noose. They brawl. Young puts the mandible claw of the bloody glove, gets Havoc into the coffin, and we got nothing after that. It was kind of an awkward fight. It looked very slow. It didn't feel like a fight. It just felt too it felt slow for what it was.
It was kind of slow and like big move, dramatic.
Yeah, and I know that the music there and everything, but it didn't do it. I wanted it to be more. And then if you're gonna put her in the coffin, why didn't we get a segment of her in the Undead Realm? Yeah, and then Jim Mitchell's there, and he's like, you know, you could have her pop up in the Undead Realm, and he's sitting there having a cigarette. It took you long enough. You know, something like that would have been awesome.
It could be all evolving towards Su Young's exit. We just got to be patient because all of these, whenever they're doing these storylines with the Undead Realm, nothing is boom, boom, boom. It's all a slow burn. It's what makes the Impact fan the most patient out of like all the storylines in the whole brand.
Yes.
Just gotta wait.
We just gotta wait, man. We'll see where it goes. I want more out of these. If I could have it say, I'd like to do more of them, but we'll see. Like I said, slow burn. You know, they're going somewhere with it. So we'll see where they end up. But it'd be nice to get a little more out of this one. We get a gut check, episode 3 check-in right about here. Looks like some matches that took place at Motown Showdown, a 3-on-3 that some of them were selected to do. So I'm going to watch after we get off the air here, Jay. I'm going to watch. We got check 3. I'm going to check that out. I want to see what happens here, you know, and I want to see where they go with it. So looking pretty good. They're not too.
I can tell you this much.
Yeah,
we're going to narrow it down to 2 out of this. So this much got revealed on the episode. I don't remember all the stuff from the match that they showed, the 3-on-3. I don't remember that because I don't think I got that far. But so is it Akbar? Is that the guy's name?
Akbar, yeah.
He got eliminated. They reveal that on this episode. But by the end of the episode, with everything that's going on and going through everybody's faults and issues and everything, they're narrowing it down to 2 people out of the 6 now that are going to go on and possibly get contracts or fight for a contract, however they decide to do it. And they were just in the midst of the conversation when they cut it off.
Yes. So that's going to be fun. We got to see where it ends up, what they do with it. I'm excited to watch. I how many episodes total are they going to have? 6? They didn't say, did they?
Well, this was 3. I'm guessing 4 or 5, maybe a half dozen. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
I think 6 makes sense.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to start watching. I'm going to backtrack a little bit, like maybe towards the first part of the year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of really interesting stuff going on in Ohio Valley Wrestling right now.
A lot.
I got a feeling that they're going to be working closer with Impact.
I think they are too. More and more. This was a good start.
They had a partnership going on several years ago, and then it dissolved. But I got a feeling there's a decent amount of talent going on in Ohio Valley Wrestling, and it's like, okay, well, there's only so many places you can go with it. There's so many eyes looking on this product and that product. Ohio Valley Wrestling, for the first time in the next month, is going to be on their own TV show.
I saw that. They got their own thing.
Congratulations to them on that. They're also putting their stuff on YouTube right now. Over the last couple months, in fact, they started it right around the same time that I think NWA did, putting their stuff on YouTube. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to start watching some episodes because I'm really curious to see this stuff with Jay Bradley, what's his name? Tony Gunn.
Yeah.
The
Clayton Gaines.
The Con. Yeah, Clayton Gaines is on there.
Shogun, Clayton Gaines, King's Ransom. That's the 2 guys.
Is that the two Samoan-looking guys?
I believe, yeah. There's some talent in there, man. My only beef though is I'm going to agree with Skull 17. That's Brian, my buddy Brian, AEW production specialist, cousin Brian. He's in the chat there. That's what Kyle called him, cousin Brian, and because he filled in. No little known fact about Skull 17 right here, guys. He filled in a few times prior to you, Jaybone, pre-Jaybone. He filled in and took Kyle's disappearing act. I needed someone to jump in and help me out, and Brian jumped in there. So thank you for that. But I agree, the episodes are short. They're really short. They're like 15 minutes. Give me 30 minutes.
Dude. They've got a 2-hour show that they produce now on YouTube.
No. I'm talking gut check. I'm talking.
Oh yeah, those are 15 minutes. Yeah.
Give me a half hour at least.
But Ohio Valley Wrestling is like an hour or 2 hours on YouTube, and then they got a separate channel that does kind of a brief overrun on what happened on the last episode called OVW Overdrive, with 2 guys hosting it, and they have some interviews and stuff in there. So yeah, I'm going to start checking that out and see how stuff gets incorporated with Impact Wrestling.
Definitely. There was a question from Millard Harris to me. How good is Clayton Gaines in AAW? He's fun. He's a lot of times in a tag or a scramble match, the occasional one-on-one, but nobody has a better backstage attitude. I think he's great to have. And he's still young, and he looks like $1 million. And he's great. I produced him. He's fun. I like Clayton a lot. And man, Brian hates being called cousin Brian. Sorry. But I produce. He's great. I like Clayton a lot. He's universally liked by the locker room and everybody at AAW. So definitely no beef there. But it was interesting to see him get called out by Johnny Bravo on the way he got up. I still go back to that first episode when John chewed him out about how he got up. I mean, Clayton's he's trained in Ohio with the whole Ohio crew, and I wonder how that was taken. But he was right, because I've been paying attention to matches ever since then. I'm like, holy shit, I never paid attention. They all get up the way John showed, and I thought that was like, wow, I never thought about that. And there's so many little intricacies, man. So many intricacies in wrestling. So I like him a lot. I like watching John drill these guys pretty heavily. It's cool to see that.
I know Tommy Dreamer has featured him on a lot of his House of Hardcore shows too.
Yeah, Clayton's been on there.
I don't remember exactly who all did what with there was 2 ladies that came out with some of the heels called the Double D's or something like that.
Double D's.
And then someone got injured, and so the Double D's went to someone else. And I know there was a time or two that Clayton on these shows, Clayton Gaines came out with the Double D's. So yeah. But yeah, he was great on the show. And that was also my introduction to Ace Austin.
Interesting.
So props to Tommy Dreamer, and he's got an eye for talent. And where is Ace Austin now?
He's the top. He's at the top, man. We team Ace and Clayton a lot in AAW. They're like a package deal for us.
Yeah.
They do, they tag or they accompany each other and things like that. So we have fun with those. Those two are great together. I think they have a lot of chemistry. All right, main event here, Jay. This is the main event now. Time. Eddie Edwards, Michael Elgin, match number 5. This is it. This is the deciding one. Who's gonna go to Rebellion? Challenge Tessa Blanchard for the World Heavyweight title. This was, out of the series, the best one, hands down, in my opinion. This was a fan-fucking-tastic match.
There was a lot. I loved it. There was a lot of emotion in this one.
It felt like a game 5. It felt like that's it. This is the make or break. This is the one. Somebody has to win. It felt like you felt the pressure of it, of needing to win. I loved it because I was in on it. I didn't know who was going to win. I didn't spoil anything. And I was like, I was hooked in because I'm like, holy shit, this feels important. Wrestling can still do that. If you let it do that to you, and if it's the right guys, it could still pull you in like that. I love it. I could still get you pulled in like that. And this match did it for me. I was just on the edge of my seat. I'm like, I want to know where this goes. And every back and forth move was fantastic. Jay, what'd you think of this one?
I got to quick address this. There's something that could really pull you in as a great set of Double D's. You're right on.
No, it's not. Calm down. Really, take it easy, will you? Take it easy. Jay, this is unbelievable. We got a pandemic out there. You're not focusing on the podcast. You're worried too much about Double D's. Look, we all like Double D's. I get it. Focus, Jay. Focus.
I'm sorry. It's midlife crisis. I'm sorry.
We got a world title match to worry about here. Give me a break. Jesus Christ. What is happening?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're going to short out your headphones, J-Bo. What the hell just happened over there? Holy shit. All right, Jay. We're trying to talk about the main event here. Can we get to the main event? J-Bone, please.
I got one lollipop left. Let's do this.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. But look, my only beef was the ending. The double pin, the pin, the submission, simultaneous ending. It's a draw. Tessa comes out and she says, I'll take you both on. Now, my thing is, I get it. I get why you do it. Psychologically, I understand. From a booking standpoint, I get it. Why you put both of them in there. It's a way to keep everybody strong. And I'm not going to go too deep into, I want to keep some semblance of a show here. I'm not writing this show, but I'm just thinking from my production eye, what I would do. And I get why they did it. And you are in a tight spot because you have Tessa there. So it's a tough spot to keep everybody strong. Especially if you're getting somebody set up to take a belt, whatever it is, it's a really tricky spot to be in. But to their credit, I think these 3 will have a great match. And that's the thing I'm not too worried about. It kind of makes me ease up a little bit because I know it'll be a great match. And if you're going to be in this position where you have, because here's the thing, it's a lose-lose, right? If you have Elgin beat Tessa, and you take her out, people are just going to people are going to dismiss him and go, oh, he just beat the girl. That's all they're like. You're twice the size. He just beat a girl. He saw it. Well, what's the pride in that? But then you got Eddie in the mix, who's goes toe to toe. You got Tessa, who can have both, who can flex the 3-way match a little bit, use that to her advantage. They can use it against her. There's a lot of ways you can go with this, and that's why I think this is created. You have different directions to make it a very compelling match, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Are you tell me? Give me your opinion.
And I know people are critical of this, like about both guys finishing like this, and I get that, But if they want them both in the match, you're booking them this way with Tessa, there's only so many ways you can finish a match where both guys go over and or call it a no contest, like they called it. Keep calling me Goldberg.
Well, Kill Steel call you Jayberg. Look at that.
Jayberg.
Kill Steel. Jayberg.
Jayberg.
Finish your thought.
Who's next? Like I said, there's only so many ways you can finish a match like this, and I liked it because I had a feeling they were going to try to end it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw them do that, I was like, oh my God, they actually did it. And I felt like they did it well. Like I said, there's only so many ways, like same thing, like in history, when you got, okay, what is it? The Royal Rumble, 2 guys on either side of the ring, drop to the floor, whatever it is, it's.
Well, that's it. It's tricky. Hakeem puts the prediction that I had in mind in the chat there, and I get it. And I feel that too. You have something where Tessa doesn't get pinned, and she stays strong, and she's like, wait, I never lost that belt. You guys didn't beat me. It keeps her strong. It continues these two's feud. It's I think that's going to be the way to do it. And personally,
I think that's a safe way to kind of kindly exit her from the main event scene and put her back in the women's division where, and I know fans have been critical of that. I see it online. I get it. But I feel like she's been booked consistently. Yeah.
Critical.
Calling you out critical. No, I'm kidding. But I've enjoyed the Sammy Tessa feud. And who knows what's going on with this ICU stuff. Like, they're trying to keep you focused on the championship, keep you focused on Tessa. What did ICU say weeks ago? You're never going to see it coming. So
that's true.
There could be something during this match that happens and somebody helps someone shows up. There's a surprise that happens. Someone's off kilter, and that's how someone loses the match. I trust the booking because, like I said, they've been consistent with storytelling. They don't leave shit out to dry like other companies do. I can't wait to see what they do, but I'm excited about this match because we've seen Tessa with guys before. We've seen Tessa with big guys before, like Brian Cage right before his exit. So I have no qualms about, oh dear God, how is she going to be in this match? No, like, these guys are veterans in the ring.
Yeah.
They are going to put a story together like we've probably never, ever seen before in our lives. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not worried about him. I really am not. I'm not worried about this match at all. I think this will be a great match. I think it'll be a good, and there's story in it. Thinking about this now, I think they should have saved ICU's reveal until that pay-per-view instead of next week. I think it would have been cool to do it at the pay-per-view. Distracts her maybe. Something. I think it would have been cool to do it then. I think it's a little too soon to reveal ICU. I want to get the more mileage out of all these hacks going on.
It depends on who it is and how they do it.
We'll see where it goes. But that's the main. That's your finish. And Rebellion set. Let's start building this card, but let's also not forget about building Lockdown. We got Lockdown too. Can we start building Lockdown now? But I saw a thing from Johnny Bravo. And he said that certain things on TV that are going to start next week start building Lockdown. So don't worry, they'll start building Lockdown as of this coming program.
Like I said, we got to be patient. It's like this is the first time in several years where Impact Wrestling has had this many shows booked out. And that's a seriously, we forget this is a positive thing. How many other companies, bigger companies, have dates set out months ahead of time?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a positive sign for this company to get back into those swing of things.
I agree.
Dates booked out a couple months. And They don't need a full card. As soon as they announce something 2 months out, they don't need a full card. Everything gets built week by week on TV, folks. We got to remind you that.
Yeah, and I know BQ's been very critical about no build for Lockdown, but again, I could have used one thing at least. I by now we should have at least one or two. But like I said, John is saying that they're going to start building it, but it's rushed because you only got 2 weeks to build it. And speaking of rush, Skull in the chat here has a great comment. He goes, why don't you display his comment there, Jay, if you don't mind.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Skull 17.
Skull. Gotcha.
Says the thing I hate with wrestling now is everything is way too rushed. No full build up. They slowly build and then blow their loads too soon. Exactly. 100%. Because we're so desperate for a rating point. Everybody wants the quick rating. They want they want the tune-ins. They want the buzz. I mean, I was having this talk last night, and Brian was there too. We were all talking about this Lance Archer thing in AEW, how they announced it. What happened to surprising or building the guy up? Build him up for a couple of weeks. It's a decently big signing for the hardcore fans. But no, they announced it prior. It's like everybody wants that tune in. They want people to see and watch. There's no build. There's like, take your time and build it.
Yeah.
That's something I'm a big thing. And we do a lot of AEW, not to keep comparing the brands, but we do the long-term storylines a lot. That's one thing we pride ourselves on is we do the long game, on a lot of stuff. And I almost feel like sometimes it falls on deaf ears because fans are so short-minded in terms of they want instant gratification. What is Hakeem saying here? Maybe at Lockdown we'll see Team Tessa versus Team Elgin, where Eddie joins Tessa's team, but miscommunication happens and Elgin's team wins, and this is used to build into the Rebellion main event. I swear to God, Hakeem Fulton get a job writing on that team already. Between this and his lists, I swear this man gets it.
He's got some great articles, yeah.
Great articles, great ideas, and Critical Thing should be a historian for Impact Wrestling, no question. He should be working at the Impact Plus offices, putting together the best ofs and all that stuff. But Meltdown 142 says news usually leaks online. Don't know if that can be an issue. That's a part of it too. But the thing is here. How about this for proof? When you really work on keeping it a secret, nothing's out there because nobody knows who ICU is. Nobody knows. They've kept it a good secret. If you do it right, you can keep things hidden. It happens a lot.
Perfect example. This last year, in a controversy aside of how it turned out with him and the company, but one of the best builds within this last year in Impact Wrestling was Killer Cross. That's another one. Nothing was shown live in front of the audience. It was all done on TV. So when he showed up on TV, no one live had a clue what was going on. And it was great.
Absolutely.
So, they have the ability to do these things. Not that everything has to get built backstage or whatever, but they have that opportunity. So, because everything is pre-taped. So, they can do whatever the hell they want with whoever.
I agree, man. But anyway, that's where we're at, guys. We got where that's show 3/3 2020. That's right, 3/10 2020 episode of Impact Wrestling. Sorry, I'm all over the place. 3/3 was last week. That's it. That's March 10th episode of 2020 of Impact Wrestling. Wrapped it up there. We got our Rebellion main event set. Let's start building the rest of this. Let's start wrapping up this card a little bit. Let's start getting to Lockdown card. Let's get all these things going in motion, because here's the thing. We don't know if some of these shows are going to happen. We don't know if the WrestleMania weekend is going to happen. It is a lot of flux, but again, like I said at the top of the show, it is a great thing. Impact being a taped company is going to be their biggest asset in all this, because they're going to have new, fresh TV with audience every week. And if the other companies have to shut down and move to empty arenas or performance centers,
or shut down altogether,
or shut down this, they can still air Impact new episodes. This is huge, guys. This is a really big deal that they have this opportunity. So capitalize. I hope Impact capitalizes on this. Yes, could some shows be canceled? Absolutely. But at least Rebellion is far enough out that we could get a state of emergency eased up at that point. So we'll find out, guys. We'll see what happens. We'll take it day by day on that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, In the meantime, let's see, where next week goes. Let's see how Atlanta pulls off. There's some other debuts. We know about Kylie Ray showing up there. She was very open about it. Who knows? Matt Hardy's up in the air. I have a feeling Matt Hardy's to show up on both. Who knows what's happening?
The Kylie Ray thing has been very quiet. You brought it up last week, and I was like, what? And then so I actually, and I never do this, I looked at the spoilers just to see what matches, because you don't know what involves what during the show and what order they put stuff.
You look at spoilers, Jaybone. Ah, come on.
Well, you said it, so I had to see like who she was wrestling, and
didn't have to see anything. God damn it! You just have to go to her social media. She posted a photo.
She doesn't have social media.
She's back. She's back. She's back on all of it. Jay, you're looking at spoilers. This is not what we do here. We're supposed to set the standard for the listeners, the viewers. You're looking at spoilers. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. Hang your head. Hey, we're in a goddamn pandemic here, Jaybone. And you're adding to the fuel to the fire here by looking at spoilers. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
It's those goddamn CBD lollipops. That's fine. No, it's not fine. You're out of here. You're out of here. Get your plugs in. No, you're done. You're out of here. Get your plugs in, Jaybone. We're gonna wrap it up tonight. Go ahead. Tell people where they can find you.
You can find me over on Smash This Podcast.
Okay, yeah, take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Can you really you're a father, for God's sake. Can you take it easy, please? Where can people find Jaybone?
You can find me over on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast over on the YouTubes. Smash This Podcast is also available on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter box. And speaking of Twitter box, you can find me personally on the Twitter box at Jaybone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150.
Very nice. Guys, you can find me at Vanilla Joke on Instagram, Twitter, and Jaime Music, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Check me out on all three or all these. Also, remember, you can follow the show at We Talk Impact, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Type in We Talk Impact, or just search for Total Nonstop Impact Podcast. Comes up on all those. Rate, review, follow, subscribe, whatever. Get a hold of us. And like I said at the top of the hour, the iHeartRadio thing is huge for Impact Wrestling. That's a great partnership. We encourage you guys to let them know who you want on iHeartRadio. I know Lisa Manuel did something. He put some word out there to them. He was tweeting them. You guys are liking it. Keep going. Bug them. Tell them you want Total Nonstop Impact on that platform. But in the meantime, rate us whatever way you listen to our show. Make sure you rate us. Thumbs up it. Everything you can do. Check that out. Merchandise is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Merchandise is happening. We are still working on the merch.
It's a work on progress because we got to put the pages together in our free time and whatever.
Yeah.
Smash This Podcast is also doing it too. I started looking at the tutorial videos and all that stuff. So
yes, so we're working on merch. That's coming up. But in the meantime, check out the show. Let us know what you think. All feedback is welcome. Remember, guys, Monday nights we do the TNI throwback, which is Total Nonstop Impact throwback, where we review NWA TNA shows from the classic era. Show episodically. We're watching Jaybone watching for the first time, me watching them for the first time since first airing. We break them all down. We have a great discussion about them. That's over on the Total Nonstop Impact channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that. Episode number 15 coming up this week. But go and check out the back catalog and follow along with us on Impact Plus. You get a 30-day trial or $8 a month. Jaybone, what are you trying to say? What are you
I was just making sure you put in that plug for the Impact Plus.
I'm putting it in. We got to get a promo code from them or something. We got to get a promo code. I'm going to get a promo code, guys. But go ahead. Get Impact Plus. Again, you get 30 days for free. If you don't have it, get your 30 days. Watch a shit ton of NWA TNA. Catch up with us. And we're going to go ahead and keep this going. It's number 15 coming up this week, this Monday night. So, Jaybone, anything else? And yes, Kill Steel Bobo Club t-shirt will happen. No question about it. All this is happening. All this merchandising is happening.
What is the I hit the wrong thing. I was trying to do the Bobo Club thing. What is the Bobo Club?
That's you forgot. We'll take this off the air, Jaybone. You forgot about Bobo Club. You forgot about Bobo Club. Go back in the DMs on the TNI Twitter box. Go back in the DMs. Check that out. It's a while ago, though. It's a while ago.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's go do it for us. Check us out Monday night. Remember, join us on the TNI channel. We're going to be doing NWA TNA number 15. Check that out. And we'll be back here next Thursday for an all-new episode of Total Nonstop Impact, the flagship show of the Impact Lounge. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on the Impact Lounge as well. Bunch of new content, news, new shows around this channel as well. So check them out. We appreciate it. Thanks, you guys, for joining us this late. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Stay clean. Get the hell away from everybody. Don't do anything, disgusting. Shower, bathe, start hawking Purell on eBay. You'll make a fortune. Whatever it is, get involved and doing your part to make everything okay. Jay, you're touching your face. All right, we gotta get out of here. Jay's going nuts. He's losing it. We gotta get our guys. We're gonna see you on Monday night. Jaybone, say goodbye to all these people.
Later, folks. We're out of here.
See you guys. Take it easy. We'll see you. Take it easy. We'll see you Monday.